You are listening to the Daily Homily for Magdala in the Holy Land.
Great crowds were traveling with Jesus, and he turned and addressed them. If anyone comes to me without hating his father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, and even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. Whoever does not carry his own cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Which of you, wishing to construct a tower, does not first sit down and calculate the cost to see if there is enough for its completion? Otherwise, after laying the foundation and finding himself unable to finish the work, the onlookers should laugh at him and say, "This one began to build, but did not have the resources to finish." Or what king marching into battle would not first sit down and decide whether with 10,000 troops he can successfully oppose another king advancing upon him with 20,000 troops? But if not, while he is still far away, he will send a delegation to ask for peace terms. In the same way, every one of you who does not renounce all his possessions cannot be my disciple. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Our Alleluia verse today catches a very powerful moment in the lives of many Christians, especially even today. If you are insulted for the name of Christ, blessed are you, for the Spirit of God rests upon you. It's a very powerful line, and it matches the gospel text when Jesus is very plain and frank about being a disciple, that we should do a good estimation, a good calculation of what it is to follow Jesus. And he's pretty direct. And he says we have to be able to take up our cross and follow him. It's interesting about the Christian proposal, Christ's proposal, which has drawn so many millions and billions after him, is take up your cross and follow me. He's not offering an easy way out, but turning that suffering, like that snake in the desert in the time of Moses, into the channel, the track, the pipeline of salvation. Dealing with our suffering is how we are forged and molded into a disciple, transformed into a disciple. And taking up our cross with generosity, like we had that beautiful word yesterday, if your calling is to contribute, do it with generosity. And if your calling is to do acts of mercy, with cheerfulness. So the same way we take up our cross, it cannot be with the spirit of always complaining. Obviously, our human nature whines and screams and smarts under the pains of the cross, like Jesus surely did on his Via Dolorosa, his scourging before that, the crown of thorns, the crucifixion. And this is also a metaphor for all the sufferings we have in life, all the little renunciations which following Jesus implies: not to carry out revenge, not to hate, not to damage my neighbor, to find a way of redemption when there is trouble around. This is a very challenging path. There's a line from Patriarch Pizzaballa there a few weeks ago. It takes a lot of courage to work and require justice without becoming angry and filled with hatred. So in dealing with a very broken world, the path of Jesus' disciples also with their own interior broken world, is a path of great humility and a path of great strength, a path of great love at the end of the day, because only from there do we get the strength to do this. If we turn to the first reading, then it's summarized that all the commandments are summarized by love, because we're not going to hurt somebody we love. Then all of the commandments which are telling us do not steal, do not kill, do not covet, all of these, do not lie, do not cheat, all of these are obviously completely out of the question for somebody who loves another. They're not going, a person who loves another person won't steal from them, won't lie to them, won't covet from them, won't kill them. And this is a very big challenge, and we need this witness more than ever today. We leave it like that. Let these words turn our hearts toward a greater openness to God's call in our lives. And if we feel weak in front of this call and its demands, then that's why we're here together praying, to ask God for the strength to be true disciples, to receive the grace and live a transformed life.
Thank you for joining us today. If you want to learn more about Magdala, follow us on YouTube and on Facebook.